We're still waiting for Khorne Minotaurs to be available for the Beastmen, but while we wait and hopefully continue to pester Creative Assembly about it, we can enjoy this replay from Slade, of course, in a 2v2. He's teamed up with Khorne. He's got the Brass Bull, Taurox leading the way. He's got a bunch of rank 9 Minotaurs, including the Regiment of Renown, but some regular Minotaurs, and one great weapon, rank 9 as well, and that's basically it for the Beastmen. What is that? Some wild Vanguard Centaurs, it looks like, as well, like a random Ungor here. And then Khorne being led by Valkia. We've got Scylla and some Minotaurs of Khorne with great weapons. Definitely should be available for the Beastmen, in my opinion, but Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons as well. For some anti-infantry, we've got, is there Karnak over here? Yep, with some Hounds to back him up. Khorne Gores as well. So very fun build. The, Slade's partner here definitely understood the intention, understood the mission, and brought a very kind of beast-themed build here. Very fun. As for their opponents, we've got Dark Elves and Chaos Dwarfs, perennial opponents in so many battles on this channel, now teaming up as Forces of Destruction together. Try and win here. We've got Black Ark Corsairs. Lots of Black Ark Corsairs, Malekith on the Cold One, K-Knight Assassins, some Dark Shards, Cold One Knights, Knights of the Ebon Claw, and some Dark Riders with repeater crossbows. Over here for the Chaos Dwarfs, a bunch of Chaos Dwarf infantry, some blunderbusses mixed in, a couple of Kadai Fireborn, a Sorcerer Prophet of Metal, some Bull Centaur great weapons, and let's get things rolling. Definitely a very kind of traditional army from the Edgelords here. Lots of Edgelords in Warhammer, to be honest, but Dark Elves, Chaos Dwarfs is definitely one of them. One of the combinations of them, for sure. We see some Ungor Spears running in, getting absolutely destroyed. As a little distraction, they will do next to nothing to those Black Ark Corsairs, but we have a nice mobile engagement developing on the flanks here. Cold One Knights, Knights of the Ebon Claw jumping in. Cold One Knights not actually trading amazing against the Flesh Hounds here, as they do have some overwatch from the Centaurs throwing axes. Khorne Gores moving in as well with the Minotaurs. Minotaurs also moving into the front line. Taurox and these rank 9 Minotaurs are going to absolutely decimate the poor Corsairs, who definitely deserve all the pain and suffering they're being inflicted with. Here comes K-Knight Assassin. He's going to pop his little bound. What is that? The Web of Shadows. Does some decent AoE damage. Get the Sorcerer Prophet jumping down to defend against the Butchers of Kalkengard as well. Beast Force just absolutely slamming into the Dark Elf army here. Chaos Dwarfs a little bit slow and ponderous with their army composition. Can't react super quickly. They've got a bunch of blunderbusses, the Kadai Fireborn kind of just hanging out here. Just absolutely wrecking one unit of Marauders. So, meanwhile, the rest of the army over here is just punishing the Dark Elves pretty heavily. Let's get in the woods nice and close as Malekith gets circle beaten by Beef. Team Beef here. Definitely a fun one for sure. Very, very fun composition. And Scylla, of course, with just all the Minotaurs. Absolutely next level Minobus here. The Cold One Knights just completely disappear into a cloud of blood. Even the Butchers of Kalkengard able to tank out that Sorcerer Prophet of Metal. Chaos Dwarf Warriors trying to rush in with the Kadai. Kadai will be able to provide a little bit of mass, but Malekith manages to survive. Most of his army does not. They do get a Murderous Prowess proc right when the Knights of the Ebon Claw are like somehow mixed in with this big old blob. They might be doing some damage here as the Khorne units don't have an attack order directly on them, but just kind of bypassing them for the time being, trying to get some Flesh Hounds out in space to pursue the Dark Riders. Blunderbuss is also pretty dangerous at this point, but if the Beastmen can kind of fight over here up through the woods, give themselves some cover, that will definitely be beneficial. Kadai also could potentially be blocking a little bit of line of sight right here, but definitely getting hit hard by the throwing axes in response. The Ungor is buying some valuable time there. Gets some damage on the Fireborn, but now having to run from the Bull Centaurs, but even just leading the Bull Centaurs away while skirmishing them is going to be a nice benefit. Bull Centaurs actually could come in and rear charge these Minotaurs and probably shut down a couple units and start to kind of roll this side of the formation up, but instead they are overchasing some skirmish cavalry, so definitely benefit for Team Cow. But utterly ridiculous. These Minotaurs going to come in here. And I'm sorry, that was a rancid pun, to be honest. Charge these Kadai Fireborn alongside Skilla. Tarok's just absolutely having the time of his life here, mauling the Knight Assassin. Guy and the Chaos Dwarf Warriors putting up a noble contest. Standing tall as their hats here, but ultimately they are not going to be able to sustain this kind of an assault. Maybe, actually. Looks like Dark Elves rallying a little bit here. Bull Centaurs finally came back from overchasing, although they do actually land directly on the Minotaur's great weapons that are rank 9, so might not be actually a great engagement for them. They had an opportunity to rear charge of the non-anti-large Minotaurs before, but now, yeah, they run directly into the teeth of the one unit they really don't want to be fighting here. A really nice Assassin's Trophy being popped on Torok's, going to debuff his stats, but there's nothing really to punish. Knight Assassin, he's running over there. He might actually get a couple of attack animations here. Spear Slopnir also doing some nice AoE damage for Khorne. Sorcerer Prophet trying to push back some Minotaurs and skill over on the far side, but Skill is unbreakable. He's got pretty decent stats. He should actually be able to hold his own in this single entity combat here. Yeah, pretty comparable stats for the Sorcerer Prophet and Skilla. Each has a little bit of advantages and disadvantages there, but with the Minotaurs getting routed off, I'm not sure. Ooh, I don't know. The support units for Dark Elves might just rout as well, so 1v1, definitely a little bit of a toss-up, a little bit of a dice roll, but Skilla can win that fight. Let's see. Keep a nice wide view as he continues to tangle. Valkia also just absolutely inundated by Chaos Dwarf Warriors, so the infantry line ends up holding pretty well. Karnak gets blasted point blank in the face by some blunderbusses who have so far been untouched. Super important for the Team Edgelord here to have some healthy blunderbusses at this point, but the rank 9 for the Minotaurs comes in super clutch as one unit model for one unit, 2 unit models for another unit are able to make contact, interrupt them from firing. Karnak also gets in. Taurox pulls up. It's looking like he wants to charge. Yeah, he kills one unit model in particular there. And then here come the Centaurs, having expended all their ammunition. The Grog Hooves going to move into combat with their perfect vigor. Should be able to get some really nice damage in this late game here. Wounded Prey passive, active, debuffing melee defense. And, yeah, the Bull Centaurs follow in. They're going to dominate their much smaller cousins. Are Centaurs and actual Centaurs, Bull Centaurs related in any way? It seems like they probably should be, right? Like Big Brother, kind of. Anyway. How cool would it be to have, like, a... I know this is very much Warcraft, not Warhammer, but like a Centaur Khanate would be pretty cool, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, the Skilla here manages to survive. At this point, the Chaos Sorcerer Prophet's in pretty big trouble. That this unit of Minotaurs with great weapons here of Khorne don't have the veterancy that their regular Beastmen counterparts do, but earning some XP chevrons in the process of chasing down, finishing off that Sorcerer Prophet, which will trigger army losses, and it's victory for Team Beef. Very, very cool stuff. Love the composition here. Super fun. Anytime it's a rank 9 party, it's a good time. And ultimately, some of these Minotaurs, I mean, the rank 9 is pretty expensive. So some of them don't pay for themselves, but at least this great weapon definitely does pay for itself. The Centaur is also super clutch, just throwing a bunch of axes here. I love the pick of Taurox, even if he also kind of doesn't pay for himself. I mean, overall, the Beastmen here were able to do a lot of damage. But, oh yeah, I didn't even highlight the Prey Shaman of Death there, but you saw some of the purple suns being popped off at different points. Anyway, yeah, for Khorne, Skilla and Karnak both do a pretty decent job. Valkia not so much, but hey, such is life sometimes. Fleshhounds do an okay job as well, and then the Minotaurs of Khorne, also very cost-effective here with those great weapons. They had some good targets to fight. Both of these armies had some pretty good, like mid-value to high-value large units. These Cold One Knights were able to be limited pretty effectively. Knights of the Ebon Claw, in particular, are quite expensive, so not really paying for themselves there. But I actually did a little bit better. The one Bull Centaur render great weapon actually did quite good as well. If you had more of those, probably would have gone even better for them. They probably would have been able to respond a little bit quicker as well to the Dark Elves just getting rushed down there. But one blunderbuss absolutely racks up value, blasting some stuff, and then the Sorcerer Prophet also 4,000 gold value, returned on over 21,000 damage dealt. Pretty impressive stuff overall. K-Knight Assassin holds his own. They're not too expensive, honestly, depending on how much you kit them out with, so I actually kind of like the pick. I don't see them super often these days, but I do think K-Knight Assassins may be a little bit underrated, potentially. Dark Elf mains, no. They can be a nice tool in your toolkit for sure, especially when you're facing some powerful characters. Or, you know, they have a couple of AoE damage options as well, and kind of broadcast poison a little bit. Yeah. But overall, fun stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, be sure to like the video, comment down below, tell me what you want to see. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.